Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress, and this is your daily dust for Tuesday the 19th if you're watching in real time, but it also can be for whenever you stumble upon it. It's also a timeless reading. And I am in a series of gold and silver and other metallic colored edged decks, much like the ornaments on a Christmas tree. But also there's some ornaments that are not quite so glassy. They have that soft sparkle. So now I'm going to get into some of my softer sparkled edge decks. This one I just can't help to use. The Moonchild Tarot is so beautiful. It's beautiful through and through. I like the box. It's so hard. Somebody told me you should do a video on your top 5 favorite decks. I'm like, it's really hard, but you know, it checks off all the criteria. An amazing booklet with really lovely, just beautiful pages and descriptions. And it has foil on one side, and the cards are just this amazing art, full coverage, and so and borderless, which is one of my favorite things too in a deck. And this lovely powdery gold edge. It's also pretty shiny, you know, but it's just this soft. I love it. Okay, so but more than looks, because you know I'm not just about glitz. It is a beautiful deck because it just has such positive energy. Let's see, we're going to get a 3-card collective message. Here we go. Taken from the middle, we have the 8 of Swords, okay? Maybe fear of making some kind of move, for getting hurt. We have the 2 of Wands, very nice. So that's good. It's like, I love that because of all the Wands cards, 2 and 3 of Wands, they're like, that's the action suit, the fire suit action, but they're still kind of still, but that's definitely an improvement from fear of movement. Let's see what else. Oh, King of Swords, huh? Somebody's thinking about this king, or the king's thinking about you, maybe about shy about making a move. Okay, so let's zoom on in and see what we get. So 8 of Swords. Deep within a misty forest, a woman sits alone, veiled from insight. Within the confines of this space, here she sees no escape or view of a world. Around her stand 8 swords, rooted fixtures which keep her stuck in this place. She quietly attempts to work her magic within a cauldron, adding smoke to the illusion of this earthly boundary. If she were to remove her veil and step beyond the forest, all would be revealed. This is like isolation. This is your choice. This is your own bondage, like your own prison. This is your own restriction, partly because of an illusion, maybe, you know, of, so it's not, you know, can be very minor. It's just something that you see and a perception of yourself, or how you think others see the situation that you're involved in, or something like that. But I really don't, a lot of times we're seeing something that other people are thinking, like we're trying to get in their heads, and it's nothing. They're not thinking anything like that. A lot of times people are way more loving, or thinking way more loving thoughts than we realize. Sure, there's the naysayers and the critics and judges and stuff like that, but I feel like most of the time we are our own worst critic and our own worst judge, right? So it's your clouded perception sometimes that keeps you from seeing beyond your own self-limiting beliefs. And you may need to figure out what's causing you to do that. You know, why are you having this fear-based thinking? Why are you trying to restrict yourself? If you feel affected by outside circumstances, the other people, right, or their opinions, maybe it's time to look a little bit more at what they're, instead of assuming things, maybe talk to them, maybe do a little more exploration about things if it matters. But really, it doesn't matter, does it, what other people think of us? But if you want to know more about what other people's situation is, and you're restricting yourself because of another person's situation, then that there could be something more to it. But I feel like, yes, you are going to step out of that fear-based energy, and you're moving into the Two of Wands. It could be something so simple today, like these are mundane readings. Sometimes they're deeper and they project something that goes into the future, that's like a bigger energy. But sometimes it's just simply something small in the day where you have a misconception, and then you tell yourself, hold on, let me look into this a little bit more. And the Two of Wands is kind of a preparation energy. It's you still haven't moved through the portal yet, but you don't feel limited by your thoughts anymore. You feel you're more prepared now to do this, and it's not so scary, and it's not so impossible, and it makes more sense, and the veil has lifted and you're ready to embark, right? But you're still kind of in this waiting phase a bit, and that's okay. You don't have to jump into anything today. In fact, Mercury retrograde might be a good idea not to jump into things and to take your time a little bit. So in this beautiful artwork, you see a seeker holding the world in her hand as a potent symbol of endless possibilities. Here she stands beneath an ancient gateway which allows her to travel beyond the scope of this space, inviting her to shift her perspective and take a leap into the unknown. See, now she's brave, now she's leaping. After all she has seen and done, adventure lies just beyond this doorway. So this was a choice, and this is a choice, and she's finally making a choice. Sometimes when you vacillate in your mind too much, and you're like paralyze yourself. So this is you getting out of your own mental paralysis and finally making a choice and moving through, focusing on a direction, facing your fears, and beginning this action. And there's definitely an adventure undercurrent coming through here, and it's kind of even playful and passionate, and it's a lot cheerier, a lot happier. So if you woke up in the morning feeling a little grumpy and head was cloudy, the day is totally going to improve. And that's if you're just taking it like, morning, noon, and night or something like that. But it can be like, you could take it like that, of course. You can take it in one lump sum. You can take it like it's runs through the day kind of energy. You can take it as there's hints to future events, things like that, so you resonate with it the way it feels right to you. A lot of you will comment and say, yeah, this morning was like this and this afternoon was like this, and I think that's really cool because that can happen. So, and also I feel like some of you could be, maybe you're planning a trip, a visit or something like that, and here you're just like, oh, there's just no way, and I don't know if I can do this. I don't think this can happen. And then you move into more of an energy like, okay, wait, I've got, you see your resources, you got everything in kind of in like, you're starting to formulate a plan. Also, this is very interesting. lots of messages coming through. When you you start something and you like make a mountain out of a molehill, but it looks it's like overwhelming, it's just so much, it's a big task. But the Two of Wands is kind of breaking down the task into more smaller bites, where it doesn't seem so impossible to try. Sometimes you paralyze yourself from doing anything because it just seems so big and impossible. But if you take a deep breath and just start focusing in one area, pretty soon you'll be walking out the door. Put one foot in front of the other, and then you'll be walking out the door. And I think this King of Swords might be waiting for you on the other end. So this could be your Prince Charming. This is air signs like Libra and Gemini and Aquarius. Also, the King of Swords can represent you as well if you feel resonant with him. The King of Swords lives by a code of truth and honesty, and also like male female, it's just this characteristic, right? So if you resonates, then this is you. So he or she lives with a code of truth and honesty within the space of his domain. Here, his forest is encoded with the dynamic air element. Flowing leaves wisp around his armor, symbolizing the active change of his transitional suit. His iron sword marks a stance of authority and power. And then that little symbol right there is the air element symbol. So this is all about reason, logic, authority, analysis, honor, and strength. The Two of Wands is fire and passion, but because it's not a lot of action, it's just a lot of and passion, anticipation, wanting to do something. And the Eight of Swords is too much thinking, overthinking, where you have fear and paralysis. But the King of Swords is back to the thinking, but it's in a much more balanced way. It's using your brains to help you get through a situation. And so it's like you're not doing one extreme or the other. You're not just charging into something, but you're also not freezing yourself. You are using your drive and your passion, and then you're taking a deep breath, and then you're focusing on what you want, and then you're using your logic to get you through it. It may not be, you may not be using a lot of emotion in the situation, but you will be using a lot of drive, the passion. So he's very decisive, and that's good. This could be like one person is indecisive and another person is very decisive. One person's like, I'm not sure I can go through with it. The other person is like, come on, you can do it, and then you let him be or her be your inspiration, your motivation. So this could be somebody who's quite the motivator through their language, through the way they say things, through their uplifting attitude, through their intellect, through their tactics, through their strategy, And sometimes they can seem a little harsh, but sometimes I feel like their harshness is on purpose as a way to motivate. So, try to see it that way. But most of the time, I feel like they just can't help it when they get harsh. It's not like they're intentionally trying to hurt people. It's just that the emotion that goes through them is translated and interpreted through a particular way of saying things. This could also be, the Eight of Swords could be your fear of confronting this person because they're harsh, and you're like, I don't want to get hurt. But you don't have to get hurt. You just have to accept this information differently than you would have. Like with that, try not to take it, take it wrong. Just listen and be objective, and don't see this person as trying to be critical or mean or rude or anything like that. This person is just laying out some facts as they see it, right? It may not be the true facts, maybe just their truth, but it doesn't matter either way. It's just something that they're laying out, and it's not meant as an attack on you or a personal, anything to harm you. So that's another thing that I'm getting out of this, maybe. But also I just feel like it could be a love connection, and somebody's just afraid to go through with this. This guy is thinking with his head, and maybe it's important for you to think with your head this time instead of your heart. I'm usually the one that encourages thinking with your heart because I'm such a romantic, but there are definitely times where you got to just hold that heart at bay a little bit and think logically, and try not to get too emotionally wrapped up in the words and the situation, and try to be very matter of fact about it. My daughter's Aquarius, and she does that so well, and she showed me a lot on how to do that, kind of just not take everything so personally, you know, not not absorb it that way, to just see it as it is, you know, just kind of there as a as a statement, as a situation, as laid out. But yeah, so try to do that. You know, there's days where it's a good idea to do that. It's, and there'll be other days where you can explore the love stuff. And I feel like if this is a love interest, then maybe they'll be more willing to open up their heart to you if you also give them the benefit of listening to their minds, because they have a lot of amazing thoughts and ideas about stuff that they want to share with you, okay? So I don't know what this is. This is just like, I guess this is, going ahead and being brave and facing the truth, the truth of the situation, and facing the truth of the person that you want to be with, facing his truth too, because I think he wants to be with you. So, yep, hope you like that. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.